Welcome back to Anti-Societal. When we think about millionaires, what usually comes to mind? Luxury cars, huge houses and expensive neighborhoods, designer clothes, private jets. But what if I told you that most millionaires in America don't actually live like that? Sounds surprising, right? Today, we're going to take a deep dive into the world of The Millionaire Next Door, a book that completely challenges the way we think about wealth. In this video, we're going to uncover some surprising truths about how truly wealthy people actually live. And believe it or not, their lives look very different from what movies and social media show us. In this video, we'll go on a complete journey of understanding how wealth is really built. First, we'll uncover the biggest myth about millionaires that society has sold us. Then we'll explore the fascinating concept of big hat, no cattle, which shows the difference between appearance and reality. After that, we'll learn the powerful financial habits that wealthy people follow every day. Then we'll look at the story of two doctors, which teaches a powerful lesson about money. We'll also understand the idea of financial offense and financial defense. And finally, we'll discover the secret that can turn an ordinary person into the millionaire next door. So let's get started. The myth of the millionaire lifestyle. When you hear the word millionaire, what image appears in your mind? Maybe shiny luxury cars, massive mansions, expensive suits. If that's what you imagine, you're not alone. For decades, the media and Hollywood have sold us this picture. A world where wealth means spending money and showing it off. We assume rich people are constantly buying expensive things. Take this example. The famous boxing promoter Don King once spent more than $64,000 on 110 pairs of shoes in a single shopping trip. Stories like these grab attention. They're dramatic, they're entertaining, but they also create a false image of wealth. Because the reality is very different. When we picture millionaires, we imagine luxury cars, private jets, designer clothes, huge estates. We think wealth means spending endlessly and displaying status. But is that actually true? Do most millionaires really live like this? When the researchers Thomas J. Stanley and William Danko began studying this question, they discovered something surprising, something that completely changed the way people think about wealth. And this leads us to the central idea of the book. Looking rich is not the same thing as being rich. Understanding this difference can completely change your financial future. Big hat, no cattle. There's an old saying in Texas, big hat, no cattle. It describes someone who looks wealthy and successful on the outside, but in reality doesn't have much wealth at all. Imagine someone wearing a huge cowboy hat. It looks impressive, but if they don't actually own cattle, the hat doesn't mean anything. It's just for show. A perfect example is the story of a businessman from Texas. He owned a company that repaired large diesel engines. Not exactly a glamorous business. He drove a 10-year-old car. He lived in a normal middle-class neighborhood surrounded by teachers and firefighters. One day, his British business partners came to visit him, but they assumed he was just a truck driver working for the company. They had no idea that he actually owned the entire business. He didn't wear the big hat, but he owned the cattle. He was truly wealthy. Income versus wealth. One of the most important lessons from the book is this. Income and wealth are not the same thing. Let's say someone earns $100,000 a year. That's their income. But if they spend all $100,000 every year, then their wealth is zero. Wealth isn't about what you earn. Wealth is about what you keep. It's the money you save and invest. It's the money that continues working for you even while you sleep. Think of your financial life like a football game. Your income is your offense, how many points you score. But your savings and investments are your defense. They prevent points from being scored against you. Many high-income professionals, like doctors and lawyers, have a strong offense. They earn a lot, but their defense is weak. They spend everything, and in the end, they lose the game. The habits of real millionaires. If wealth isn't about flashy spending, then what habits do real millionaires follow? The researchers asked millionaires 4 simple questions. Their answers revealed powerful patterns. Question 1. Do you maintain a household budget? Many people assume millionaires don't need budgets, but the truth is the opposite. Millionaires carefully track their spending. For every 100 millionaires who don't create budgets, there are 120 who do. This isn't random. They became wealthy because they controlled their spending. A budget is the foundation of wealth. Question 2. Do you know exactly where your money goes each month? Can you clearly explain how much you spend on food, clothes, housing, utilities? If you don't know where your money goes, you can't control it. Wealthy people are in charge of their money. Every dollar has a job. But many people become slaves to their spending. Their money disappears like sand slipping through their fingers, and at the end of the month, they wonder, where did it all go? Question 3. Do you have clear financial goals? Wealth is not created by accident. It's created through planning. Millionaires know where they want to be financially in 5, 10, or 20 years. Research shows something interesting. For every 100 millionaires without goals, there are 180 with written financial goals. Goals give you direction. They give your journey purpose. And the ultimate goal for many of them is financial independence. Question 4. How much time do you spend planning your financial future? Your time is your most valuable asset. How you spend it shapes your future. Wealthy people spend about 8.5 hours a month planning their finances. People who accumulate less wealth spend only 4.5 hours. It's like 2 athletes. One trains every day, the other trains once a week. The winner is obvious. The story of 2 doctors. Now let's see how these principles work in real life. Meet Dr. North and Dr. South. Both are successful doctors. Both earn similar incomes. Both live comfortable lives, but their financial outcomes are completely different. Dr. North has a net worth of $7.5 million. Dr. South, despite earning the same income, has only $400,000. Why? One reason is their lifestyle choices. Dr. North's spouse manages the household finances carefully. Every dollar is tracked. Unnecessary spending is avoided. Dr. South and his spouse, however, spend freely. They constantly buy things to maintain a wealthy image. Their car choices reveal their mindset. Dr. South spends 60 hours searching for a brand new Porsche just to look successful. He's buying status. Dr. North spends just a few hours buying a 3-year-old Mercedes for half the price. He understands something important. The excitement of a new car lasts for a few days, but the payments last for years. The biggest difference between them is peace of mind. Dr. North sleeps peacefully at night. His financial future is secure. Dr. South constantly worries about taxes, inflation, and his children's future, because true wealth isn't just about money, it's about peace of mind. Financial offense versus financial defense. The book introduces another powerful concept: financial offense and financial defense. Financial offense is your ability to earn money, your education, your skills, your career or business. Financial defense is your ability to save and invest wisely. Society constantly pushes us to focus on offense, earn more money, get better jobs, but the real secret of wealth lies in strong defense. If your defense is weak, it doesn't matter how much money you earn. Your spending will swallow everything. Most millionaires spend about 7% of their wealth each year. For example, someone with $1 million might spend about $70,000 annually. They live off investment returns, not their principal. That's true financial defense. The blueprint for becoming the millionaire next door. Now, the final question. How can we apply these ideas in our own lives? The blueprint is surprisingly simple. 4 principles can completely change your financial future. First, always spend less than you earn. Second, invest your time, energy, and money in things that grow in value. Third, choose financial freedom over impressing other people. Fourth, build skills and invest in places where your money can grow safely. This isn't about being cheap, it's about being smart. It means sacrificing small temporary pleasures today for lasting freedom tomorrow. In life, we face two different paths. The first path is the shiny road of status and appearances. It looks exciting, but it's like a treadmill. You run fast, but you never really move forward. The second path is the quiet road towards financial independence. It may look slower, but it eventually leads to true freedom. And the choice between these two paths is entirely yours. Remember, this isn't about becoming stingy, it's about becoming free. Free to control your life, free to live on your own terms. Because in the end, that is the real meaning of wealth.